Well, the prevailing message from the Jaguars fan base this offseason was get Trevor some help.
The Jaguars did that during free agency by bringing in some new receivers. The big question for you, Jamal, did they do enough?
That's the question that fans want to know. And, you know, at first, a lot of fans were kind of upset, didn't think they had done enough. But after it's kind of settled for a little bit, I'm not so sure. I think they did. They just didn't really bring in the flashy kind of players that fans were hoping for. But they did bring in some solid players that can help Trevor out a lot. As we've been doing all this week, we're going through the Jaguars offense tonight. We're looking at the wide receiver room. One of those big free agent signings that they brought in this offseason, number 7, Zay Jones. Zay Jones is a quarterback's best friend kind of receiver. In his last stop with the Raiders, Derek Carr said that he has never worked with a wide receiver that works harder than Zay Jones works. Zay is already looking like he's building a repertoire with Trevor Lawrence. Again, not a flashy receiver. He's never put up big numbers in his career, but he is the type of player that's reliable. On third down, if Trevor calls number 7, he's probably going to catch it, which is exactly what the Jaguars have needed, especially after last year. Now, another guy that the Jaguars have brought in during free agency is number 13, Christian Kirk. This is the big money signing here. Christian Kirk is another guy that is a quarterback's best friend. Solid hands. But he's never been a true number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. That's the challenge, is can he be that true top threat? This will be his first time trying to do it, and so far, Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars coaches like what they've seen from Christian Kirk. He's an excellent route runner with solid hands, and he knows how to get open. Those are all good things because the Jaguars struggled with all of that last year from their wide receiver room. So if Christian Kirk can do all of the things that he did in Arizona just at a little bit of a bigger clip, then he'll be a good signing and worth every dollar that they paid him in free agency. But this Jaguars wide receiver room isn't entirely just about the new faces. There is one guy that I wanted to bring up that has been around for a little while, Lavish Chanult. He's going into his 3rd season. Last year, a little bit of a rough year for Chanult. He dropped quite a few passes, didn't have the season that many were hoping for after he looked pretty solid as a rookie. Chanult may be in for a little bit of a bounce-back campaign, but he's going to have to battle for snaps this year. I talked to Lavish during OTAs, and he said he's really embracing the competition and thinks it'll bring the best out of him. It sounds like this coaching staff does have a solid plan for Lavish Chanult, which should include him playing running back just a little bit, which is something that does fit to his skill set because he's probably the biggest guy in the wide receiver room. Overall, this Jaguars wide receiver room has quite a few threats. I didn't even go through all of them. One guy that I'm kind of bullish on is Jamal Agnew. He's coming off of the hip injury, but he looks solid. He showed some things last year, and he hasn't been playing wide receiver for very long. If Doug Peterson and Press Taylor can get the ball into Agnew's hands, it could mean a few big play opportunities. Got a chance to catch up with 1010XL's Frank Frangie about what he thinks about the Jaguars wide receiver group, and he's really excited for Christian Kirk.
Jamal, wide receiver is a very interesting position because they went and got playmakers. I think Christian Kirk is going to be fantastic. He's one of the guys I really wanted them to get. Zay Jones is interesting because he's so fast. He gives them speed. They have not had deep threats, not very many of them, in a lot of years. So I think he changes that, as does Kirk a little bit. Lavish is a big physical guy. I'm still not sure what he is. I think you're going to see him some at running back. I think you're going to see some jet sweeps. I think there's a lot of things Lavish can give them. Clearly, Christian Kirk and Zay Jones are their 2 top guys. Don't sleep on Marvin Jones Jr., though, either. He's a veteran. He knows how to play. With a relatively young core, you need that veteran presence. I think he gives you that.
Thanks, Frank. Marvin's definitely the leader of that Jaguars wide receiver room. If you want to keep up with everything going on around the Jaguars, make sure you check out the News for Jags podcast. You can find that over on newsforjags.com, as well as a deep breakdown of the Jaguars' entire wide receiver room. That's on newsforjags.com underneath that sports section. That'll do it for sports.